Welcome to the Extreme BPM. We do this Tuesdays and Fridays when we get to talk to people that make the music. So Monday to Friday, that's 1 to 2 p.m. East African time. We play most of the music. Then Tuesdays and Fridays, 8 p.m. East African time is when we get to talk to people that make the music. But in case you miss any of the episodes during the week where we play more of the music, that's always available on demand at the end of the day for each of the episodes. And Tuesdays and Fridays, when we get to talk to them, you can also listen to that on demand. Wherever you get podcasts from, you just search for the Extreme BPM, and you'll be able to listen to any of the interviews that we get to have on the show. Today on the show, she has a brand new single called All Day that we did play, and that came out if I remember well, I think we played that on June 4th. So it's almost like it's a month today. And today,
Yeah.
Hannah is on the show. We had played Vibe quite this what 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, and that's 2022. But Hannah is on the show today. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, and I'll be remiss because every time I receive new music from you, I have to be reminded that your your mother is from Uganda.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, so see, so and I see it's before we get into vibe and all day, but where does
Yeah.
influence in music start for you?
Um, so I've been doing music since young. Um, so I started singing around 5. When I started, I was just doing different. I think I just started with loads of different genres. Like I've been singing classical music, jazz, R&B. Um, I'd say my start for creating Afro Beats started in when I was in college, so in like 2021 to 2022, because I was just surrounded by so many creative people who mainly focused in Afro Beats. So I've just got loads of different influences from the people I listened to tutors I had in music to classmates who just showed me different sides of music that I hadn't heard before. So um my Afrobeat and R&B now kind of merged from college, but just loving Afrobeats and R&B. And I just always wanted to also put them together because I just enjoy both of them.
Yeah. So with the background is
So,
you've done classical music and all that. So you decided moving.
yeah, yeah, because I kind of stopped enjoying classical music. I'd rather just listen to it than perform it. I just didn't think it was the artist I wanted to be. So I stopped that. I do sometimes sing jazz like when I go out, but it's not anything that I would create now.
Oh yeah. So with Afro beats and merging R&B and Afro beats and
Mm.
to make like the songs that we've played on the show, uh, what would you say would be like the music you listen to the most in terms of like when if you let's say when you're going to create, or are you one of those that when you go in studio you're locked in, you just create purely based on the reaction you get in studio?
It really depends. Sometimes I go in with like I'll be listening to a song. So I'm a big Wizkid fan, Tem. So I'll be listening to a song, and I'll go into a studio and be like, I like this song. I want something this tempo, given this vibe. Other times we just start fresh, like whatever we're feeling, just start with drums or maybe piano and just start from there. So it's really different. Sometimes I do go in with a set idea. Other times I'll just make up what I want on the spot.
Yeah. And when you're making that, do you think of how you'll perform that?
Yeah, that's another thing. Sometimes I've sung songs too high where I've struggled to perform them because it's just like I can't perform this. But now I do focus on performing the song. So it's like making them easy for me to perform and walk around while performing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's always like something you have to think about because I've seen some artists like when it gets to a live performance and they have to deliver that note that they have in the song. If it's too low, it's tough to deliver on a high energy show.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of times where people they can make an amazing song in the studio and then when they perform it's slightly different to the audio. Um So yeah, I do make sure that my live performance and my studio recordings are quite similar.
Yeah. So the first single we got to play on the show was Vibe. So talk to us a vibe and about Vibe. Sorry, talk to us about Vibe and what was the inspiration behind that?
So Vibe was made in 20, I think it was made when I was in college, my first year of college. Um, and we used to go off in pairs. It'd be a producer and a singer-songwriter. So I was paired with a producer called Amyam. And so we were just in the room and he was just going through his beats and like which one do you like, which one do you like. We were going through all of them. Then he had this song, he had the instrumental vibe. So he was like, tell me what you want to add to it. So we just started adding. Each lesson we would just add more and more and more. Um, I didn't record it at my college because I just wanted to go outside, record it, get other people's feedback. So I actually wrote all the lyrics in the lesson. I wasn't concentrating in the lesson. I was writing all the lyrics down. And then I went studio, recorded it. The next day I came in with just like a rough draft and like I played it to my class and like everyone loved the song. Like everyone was dancing to it. Like they were like, this song is really good. So from there, I just recorded it again with ad libs. And it actually all happened quite fast because I had the songs gives quite of a part, like you'd play it at a party. So I ended up doing a music video with all my close people, everyone dancing in the video. And it was just that song's quite close to home as I had so many close people involved, like just helping me like write the lyrics, set the vibe. And yeah, so that was a good song that I did really enjoy making.
Yeah, and that's Vibe that is out and it's available where you get music. Where you get music. By the way, we play that on the show, but we shall play it later on in the show as we get to the brand new single that we shall talk about later on, which is All Day. So, why did it take you this long to put out the next single then?
Actually, which is like an I'm a piano song, and
Hold on,
that came out in
I think you went in and out.
pardon?
I think you went in and out.
Oh,
Can you?
oh yeah, no. I was just saying I have another song that came out called Can't Keep Up, which is a I'm a piano song, and that did come out in the middle. So I think that came out around, if I'm correct, February times. Um, and that also was another song that I really enjoyed making. It's it was I've never made an Amapiano song before, but my producer that I was working with, a close friend of mine, Rayam, is really into the Amapiano scene, and we made a song together. It did take us a year to get out because we just forgot when you make so many songs, you just forget about them. And then I would always have it on my phone and listen to it, and everyone would be like, "This song is so good," and finally finished it and put it out in February. I just did a lyric video to it, which is out on YouTube and all platforms. But that was another song that was really fun to make. And I do want to make another fast and
So the brand new single, which is what we played on the show, and that's All Day. Talk to me about this and
yeah.
the inspiration behind making this.
So I have another close friend called Kez. He's part of a boy band, but he also does drop solo stuff. We were in the studio together. There's a local studio, um, that we go to and we just chill out there. So we went in together, just us two. He came from after work and we were like, let's make a song together. Because normally we do a song with everyone. Like there's normally like three, four people on the song. So we're like, let's make a song together. He was late to the session. So I was just going through YouTube stuff to get a feel of like what we wanted to create. And I found that there was actually a YouTube beat that I really liked. So so we um so we came in, we just started right into it, making melodies. Um, and we just did that the whole session. So he laid down his rap. And I was just thinking of different melodies to use. And we recorded that, then left the studio. I sent that to part people of my team and they really liked the song. But obviously it was a YouTube beat, so I wanted to create something that was myself. So I'm working with a producer, but also an artist in Ghana called Signature. And I've been working for him for quite a long time now. He mixed and mastered my song Can't Keep Up. I sent him the track and he was able to make his own track, which was the same type of BPM, brought his own twist to it. So it was completely different, but it had the same kind of feel. Um, we were also able to get a well-known guitarist in Ghana called Joshua. And he played something which was amazing on the song. So the main guitar is him. Um, and so I was able to I added some more onto the track after recording it because I did record some of it at home um in my room, and that was my first time recording a song at home in my room. Um and so I we were just on FaceTime in Ghana to London, just muting it every time and just speaking like, is this okay? How do you find this? Um and we're kind of just going back and forth. He was helping me with my vocals. And I just sent everything over to him and he was able to make the song sound as good as I feel like it does now. I just have to shout out the guitarist again because when I heard that the guitar throughout the song is just what got me as well. He's also a Grammy nominated guitarist, so that was a big thing for me. Um, so yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, and that's the song All Day that we shall play as we get to wrap up the show. So speaking of Uganda, since that I always get that whenever I receive the music. Where in
Yeah.
Uganda is your mother from?
So my mum and my grandmother are from Ginger. So whenever I come over to Uganda, I haven't been there for quite a while. I think the last time I came I think it was 2014, but that is where my family are from.
Yeah, so that's good. So what are the plan? What plans do you have for? We have all day out that is available right now that we shall play as we wrap up the show. But what plans do you have for this year?
So I'm currently working on my next single, which is another Afro beat, with a slight touch of R&B. I'm working on that now, but for this year, I am working on putting out an EP, um, with some songs that I already have out, but a couple of new songs. So that is what I am working to because I just want to put out a new collection of songs, with me just showing everything I've been working on because I have a lot of songs that I've been working on that is not out yet. Um, so that's what I'm working towards, putting that out so people can just see a new collection of stuff that I've made.
Yeah, and how would your how would your studio session be like? So, if you do you come in with the lyrics or do you write that in studio?
Um, the lyrics is for me is always the last part. Like, um, I I never come in with lyrics. I don't know. I don't like writing lyrics just empty-handed. I always have to hear the track, make melodies, and then I always write the lyrics. So either I normally have like a brief skeleton of lyrics, and then I'll go home and add on to the lyrics, and then re-record everything.
Thank you so much for joining us today on the show. But how can people find you and where would you send them to listen to the music?
So first of all, my Instagram is Hannah Music, HANR Music, and there's a link in my bio which has all of my songs. Um, so all of every song that I put out is on also Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Boomplay, YouTube. On every streaming platform, my songs are there under Hannah, just Hannah. But my Instagram, my TikTok, my Twitter is Hannah Music.